I never thought it would happen so fast. Over like 12 months, we now have lockdowns, mandatory vaccines. It's like all of this stuff, Alex Jones and all these other troopers, yeah, have been saying, it's all coming to fruition, Crazy times.
Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world. It is your boy Kurt Schule, aka the Esoteric Noetic, aka the Chocolate Nubian Sobrada from Ghana, West Africa. Dropping the wisdomatic truth bombs here in Melbourne, Australia. You can rely on me because I'm True Blue. I stand with Dan, Fauci, ScoMo, George Soros, Theo Christ Biden. I'm part of the New World Order, mate. I'm on team meh. Sure to like the video, subscribe, click on the bell, tell your friends. Tell your mum, drop some comments, let us know what it is. Check out the Telegram group on the links below. Let's get it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, here we are, 2020. It's interesting, a little over a year ago, if I told you that in order to leave the country or come into the country, you would need to get boom shakalaka, you would have called me a conspiracy theorist, mate. But lo and behold, here we have in Australia, mate, and in many other countries around the world, specifically here in Australia, the National Cabinet, bringing about a digital boom shakalaka passport, where in order to leave the country, you will need to show this passport. To come into the country, you will need to show this passport. Voila, here we are. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, this is just for traveling, but the plan is to expand this not just to leaving the country, because a lot of people, a lot of the Stoics, like myself, are saying, I'm sorry, but I will not leave the country, I will not do anything that requires me to get this boom shakalaka, because I am a man of principles. I think what you are doing is wrong, and I will not capitulate. And it's one thing if you don't want to leave the country, but they're slowly bringing this to stadiums, to gyms, to the workforce, to grocery stores. In fact, I heard Brett Sutton, the health minister, I think, here in Australia, mate, say that, this is last year, that they would be discussing what kind of restrictions they would have in place if you had not received the boom shakalaka. And he suggested maybe they'd be discussing things like not being able to leave your home. Imagine that. Imagine the audacity of the government, thinking they can tell you whether you can leave your actual home. In fact, I would say it's crazy for them to tell you that you can't leave your country. I mean, in the UK, you will now get fined, what is it? Who cares? Like $5,000, I think it is, if you leave your own country. So not only are they saying that you can't come into the country, they got you as a prisoner. I'm sorry that you're just not allowed to leave. It's because we love you so much. We're going to lock you up in this beautiful country. And unless, of course, you get the boom shakalaka, you can't leave. And the thing is, the crazy thing is when you call this stuff out now, I mean, granted a year or so ago, the people that were saying that this is going to be the norm, the new normal, were getting called conspiracy theorists. And now when you actually speak about this thing happening, and you speak about it in a negative fashion, you're called a conspiracy theorist. Oh, look, mate, you're one of those, what, you don't believe in, like, the government trying to protect people? Oh, you a conspiracy theorist? No, mate, I just believe in objective morals. I believe in freedom. I believe in unalienable rights. I don't think people should be forced into their homes and restricted from being able to live their own lives if they're not harming anyone in the process directly. You're a conspiracy theorist. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that you want everyone to die? Don't you love how people just straw man your arguments all the time when they can't think of a rational argument against what you're saying? But ladies and gentlemen, what I see happening, because I'm not dealing in the realm of conspiracy theory here. The beauty of this whole thing is this is actually happening now. I mean, it's not a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong, but this is a reality. We are seeing digital boom shakalaka passports. They are being implemented, in the process of being implemented. It's not only being spoken about, but it is actually being implemented in various countries, like here in Australia. And we're going to see certain individuals being restricted, unless, of course, they can prove that they have received the boom shakalaka. Now, what this is inevitably going to create is basically two groups of people. I call it vaxpartheid. Like one class of people that get all these special rights, special access. And look, don't get me wrong. If this all happened without the government coercing coercing businesses to implement this stuff. I wouldn't like it, don't get me wrong, if we still saw this stuff, but it is what it is. And we could have a conversation, and in fairness, we could have businesses playing the game where they don't allow people that have received the boom shakalaka into their establishments, because arguably people that have been boom shakalaka are putting us at risk. I don't know what's going to happen to you. And we could let the free market figure out this entire thing, because the reality is there would be airline companies that would be willing to fly people to other countries if they had not received the SARS 2.0 boom shakalaka, and there would be businesses that would be willing to allow people into their establishments if they had not received the boom shakalaka. But when the government is saying, oh, look, mate, because we care so much about you, all the businesses now must enforce everyone showing their digital boom shakalaka passport if they are to come into the establishment. And those that haven't, well, they're just not allowed in, unless, of course, they have an exemption. And the reality is, even if you have an exemption, ladies and gentlemen, you're still going to see a lot of trouble. Police officers are still going to intimidate you, coerce you, to the point where people, the idea is that people are just want to get along, go along rather, and that's the attitude, right? Let's just get along. I just want to get along with everyone. It's just, I don't want to walk out in the street and wear a mask. I don't want to not get boom shakalaka. I don't want to be selfish. I just want to do what everyone else is doing. Like, that attitude has never caused problems in the world. The problem in the world is there are too many nice people that want to get along, that want to do what everyone else is doing because they don't want to rock the boat. When the reality is, the most honorable thing that you can do is to rock the boat, is to call out the evil that is going on in the world. And it takes balls to do that. It takes gumption, ladies and gentlemen. It takes courage, the testing point of every virtue. Now, granted, I realize that a lot of people are in a position where they feel like they can't do that. And look, I can understand that, but I would invite you to consider that by not standing up for what is going on right now, standing up for your rights, as Bob Marley once said, get up for your rights. By not standing up for your rights, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be finding yourself in a situation where you are slowly having your freedoms encroached upon. And you will be living in this Vaxpartheid system. And you will have this social credit system like we have in China, where essentially, unless, of course, you can show that you've received the boom shakalaka, not just last year, but in the last 6 months, that you have done X, Y, and Z, you will not be able to do A, B, and C. Is that the world that you want to live in, ladies and gentlemen? I should hope not. I should hope not. Anyway, let us know if this is the world that you want to live in. And if it's not the world that you want to live in, be sure to check out the Telegram group. Check out the links below. Be sure to hit us up with some comments. Let us know what you think. And share this video. Get the word out there. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if we really want to change the world, we have to disseminate the truth. We have to speak the truth, even if your voice shakes. Even if you realize that your friends and family are going to call you a conspiracy theorist. Even if you think that the police officer looking at you is going to intimidate you and give you a fine, you must stand on the river of truth. And when you were told to move by these Orwellian dictators, by these nice people that just do as they're told, you say, no, you move. Peace out, keep it real, don't drive and text. This is your chocolate Nubian soul brother, aka the esoteric noetic, Surya Namaskara, Namaste. Ow!
What is liberty?
Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet? What's it like being a honey in the vegan community? There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system does allow multiple competing systems to survive. Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.